We already know that inverted commas, also known as speech marks, are used to punctuate direct speech. So what is direct speech? And is there an indirect speech? Well, yes, there is. Direct speech is where we write exactly what someone said, word for word. We use inverted commas to show exactly what words were spoken. Everything between the inverted commas was said. However, with indirect speech, often called reported speech, we just write the gist of what was said. We convey the idea behind what was spoken, but we don't actually write down the exact words that were used. As a result, no inverted commas are used. Take a look at this example. Ben hoped he would get every question right. This is indirect, or we could say reported speech. We can see that no inverted commas have been used, so we don't know the exact words that Ben said, but we have a pretty good idea. Maybe he said, "I hope I get every question right," or "Fingers crossed I'll get them all correct," or even "No errors this week, I hope." Let's take this first one here. As direct speech, this may be written like this: "I hope I get every question right," Ben declared. So how is this different to the reported speech? Well, for a start, the inverted commas have gone. But this isn't the only difference. With the direct speech, Ben is referring to himself as I. This is known as the first person. Whereas with the reported speech, Ben is referred to as he. This is known as the third person. The other difference is in the tenses. With the direct speech, Ben's quote is written in the present tense. The verb hope tells us this. Whereas with reported speech, Ben's quote is written in the past tense. The verb hoped tells us this. It won't always be the case that tenses follow this pattern, but it is common to write a recount in the past tense. If you're doing this, your direct speech may be written in the present tense, as you're recording what was actually said at that time in the present. Okay, take a look at this question where we were asked to rewrite some reported speech as direct speech. He asked if she wanted to go home. Since we don't know the exact words that were spoken, there may be more than one answer, but let's keep it simple. What were the words that were most likely to have been spoken? Well, probably something like, "Do you want to go home?" Let's now write this as direct speech, being sure to follow our punctuation rules. He asked her, "Do you want to go home?" Notice how we've included the inverted commas and the comma after the reporting clause. We've also added a question mark, since a question was asked, and we've changed the personal pronoun she to you. Finally, we've changed the tense of the verb from wanted, which is in the past tense, to want, which is in the present tense. Remember, when changing between direct and reported speech, it's not enough just to add or remove inverted commas. Think carefully about following all the speech punctuation rules, as well as whether you need to change verb tenses or personal pronouns.